Okay, so morning. We're back. Demolition has gone a little further than we'd originally hoped, but this is the problem with starting something without a definite knowledge of what's going on behind things. So what we've found is we got back to the walls, we got the adhesive off the walls, we got everything kind of cleaned up. The bath came loose. That allowed us to move the bath. Moving the bath made it obvious that water damage had proceeded further than we'd hoped. That the bath itself was somewhat compromised. It is, as far as I can tell, it's actually just a bath skin with some urethane foam on it. I think it's a product that's made by the same guys that do, or that's sold by Midland Chandlers. I'm not really sure who it's made by. I think it's called Bridgeport or something. A replacement skin would be an option that just sort of glues on top, although I'm not sure exactly how that works. Or we'd have to do a replacement bath. However, they're considerably more expensive than some of the actual baths that are available from normal bath manufacturers. So we found this one from a company called Roca that does like a steel bath that's the right size, would be more resilient, would be a bit heavier, and would just be more secure, because what we found is as we've moved, the foam is kind of compressed and everything. So it's just designed for, lighter people and lower usage. We have this surround to deal with. Now, what we also discovered was that the surround is made of MDF, and the MDF in places has taken water damage and swollen, and it's just not the right material. And it's also just a little too close to this wall because it's designed to fit only that bath for the Roca bath to fit in. So we need to move it this way, just a tiny amount, to make room for the new bath. In order to do that, we need to get it out. So we took a bunch of screws out on this side after taking the door down. That has made it so that this side is now loose and mobile. The bottom's mobile. The top will become mobile as soon as this comes out. On that side, I don't really know. They put it together like a puzzle, but we're getting there. So we're taking a little longer to do this. The reason for doing this is we want to keep the arch, because the arch acts, well, it does two things. It acts as kind of a backsplash, although an MDF backsplash isn't a great idea, but it was tiled on the inside, albeit badly, and it was sealed, albeit badly. So the idea is sound, though, of it being kind of a backsplash to make it so that as water gets splashed against you and doesn't get caught by the curtain, it doesn't billow out around. The curtain doesn't itself billow out around. We don't end up with water all over the inside of this floor. So we like that. It also acts as a real sort of stylistic divider, because we've got the wood battens in here that then end, and there's this other space kind of through a picture frame that is your bath space. That allows us to think about, not having to make these wacky transitions between different materials, and essentially this becomes a transition point. So we want to keep it, but we can't keep the original. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it out, go to the workshop, and cut a piece of either waterproof MDF or proper marine ply down so that it has the same, radius in it and everything. The advantage of all of that means we can now drop in our new tub. But to drop in our new tub, we want to tile the inside of here again. It was badly tiled before, using just construction adhesive, which meant that behind each tile was mainly a gap of air. So if any grout failed in even the slightest amount, water would get through, which explains why we've got water in our bilge, which we also have to deal with. That was fun to find yesterday. Our plan at the moment is to replumb it so that instead of there being a T down here and a bunch of plumbing joins down here, we will tee off back in the kitchen and then take just a curve of unbroken pipe back in here for both the waste and the feeds. That will allow us to do the junctions down there for the waste and feed supply for the plumbing. We can have an inspection hatch on the other side that will make it so that those can be plumbed in. That'll let us put the shower on the wall, etc. The bath will go in, the bath will get seated. When the bath is seated, we will take hardy backer or waterproof MDF or whichever, the green board MDF that you can get that's a tile backer, and we'll cut sheets of it to drop down on the wall so that it comes up against the rolled steel edges of the tub. That will give us a surface that we can then tile down to and then silicone. On that note, we also have the roof, where we're going to have to put something in here. We had you can see the line there where we had just a flat roof that just went directly across. That kind of cuts out some headspace, but it also just looks kind of weird.
Because we're moving the plumbing to that side. Because originally it was on this side. And it just doesn't make sense because Michael's very tall and he was hitting his head on this side.
Yeah.
But by turning the bath around and having the taps here instead of here, we
get the shower to the highest point.
Yeah.
So it makes the most sense to have the shower here. It always would have made the most sense to have the shower here. They just went for the more expedient one and assumed everybody would be short. That'll be us shower back to position. Now then we'll tile over everything the way we want to do it, probably in like metro size tiles or the longer skinny rectangular tiles. Then on this side, we'll put the wooden surround back in. The tile will butt up against that on the inside. Right now we've got all of our plumbing laid out just along the floor as sort of 5 pipes that are horizontally run. What I'm hoping to do is strip that back and move to 5 pipes that are run in a vertical channel. And that will give us a lot more room so we don't have to do kind of the boxing in that they had to do on the ground before. That will give us a straight wall, which we can also tile, probably. That's where we're at. Okay. We also want to put in a blower fan here because once I'm done with this, I'm going to spend a lot of time in a hot shower.
Just trying to work out if this is one bit of wood or whether there's a...
I'm quite certain it's one bit of wood. I'm just not certain whether or not there's a dowel or glue there.
And we think there's going to be screws behind the...
fascia, yeah. I think we're going to have to take the rail down first. It looks like there has to be more than just 2 screws. Alright, I'm going to need the long PZ tube. They might be in order, so you gotta look at what they say. Damn it. In America, I think we'd call it fascia or just trim, but I found out that faucets are called taps here, and that this is a religious thing. So
we've got the the trim off, and luckily there's 2 pieces of wood underneath. So we don't want to take the kitchen wall out. We just want to take the bathroom wall out.
Well, clearly, whoever put it in made some measuring errors at some point.
And yeah, you can see how much the wood has changed colour. So I guess when it was built, it wasn't quite so orange as it is now.
No, it was still a hideous color, but it was a less hideous color. All right, so the problem here is I basically need to take this track out in order to get at the screws, which there's one.
Is that the second ball bearing we've lost?
It's the same ball bearing. Moving along, we have the likelihood of another ball bearing from the bottom. There we go. Are very definitely ferrous, so oh, you bastard. Okay, and I'm about to start losing the top ones.
So we're using the magnet on the bottom of our GoPro to catch the magnetic ball bearings. There's one there.
Yeah, I want to get the bottom one.
It's really scary taking all these things apart because, I mean, not everything might go back. We might put a different door in with a different mechanism, but it's just quite scary pulling our boat apart.
Yeah. I meant to do that. Totally meant to do that.
Really impressive.
Absolutely intentional. There's the screw that I just couldn't get to.
It would be nice to put a different mechanism in actually, because every time that door goes, it makes such a racket.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there may be better mechanisms now. Okay, now for the sake of storing this thing, I'm gonna put it back together.
And tape the ends.
Yeah, that's my idea. I need to take out those 3 flat screws for this piece.
Is it not one piece?
No, there's
Oh, down.
yeah. So I'm gonna have to drill out the dowel. I think I'm gonna do the flat piece first.
Okay. So you need flathead screwdriver.
Go. Drove the screw in so that it compressed the wood.
Is it MDF then?
Yeah, it's definitely MDF.
So you got the first bit out, but the second bits have got down in them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
So that bit was MDF, and this must be oak, I guess.
Yeah, probably. So we're gonna try and drill out the dowel. Go till I hit metal. Haven't done yet.
And this is just a bit of wood that stopped the swinging door or sliding door swinging out. It kind of kept it in its track at the bottom.
Yeah, made it with something. Okay, I need a very thin bit.
It's been about 15 minutes of trying, and the screws are stripped and they won't come out. So looking at plan B. I don't know what plan B is yet.
Plan B is brute force pry bar.
So you're going to take the carpet out around the edge?
Yeah.
We're placing the carpet anyway, we're putting flooring down. And this is where we discover how badly the carpet was fitted. Or not. Underlay, there is no underlay. Or is it foam back carpet?
Looks like it's got some, yeah, foam backing.
You pull that this bit. No, the carpet. Oh, the screw came out.
The screw came out because I pried it up.
With the long lever.
Yeah, well, that's leverage. I just had to use leverage. There was no restrictions on which lever I used.
So that's got the bottom of the wall free, and now we just need to pull out all the screws that go up the side.
Definitely still something up there.
Yeah, the roof, the tongue and groove at the top.
Yeah, I know. See, on the inside, I'm pretty sure it doesn't meet the tongue and groove. I think it's time we take down the center piece. And there's a nail here. And there, I think. And here.
Just in case they're going back, which they probably are.
Starboard. Bath. Front, very badly written. And now it makes more sense to connect the light in here or not. Okay, so there's our bathroom ceiling.
Actually quite fascinating.
Imagine at some point somebody was actually somewhat organized.
It's
not all the yellow cable. Only some of it's the yellow cable. But none of it's the right color cable.
Oh my goodness. We're attacking this from a different angle. There's the arch wall that we're trying to get out, and we've now taken the wall out underneath the gunnel, which should mean that the bottom half at least is free.
I think I'm going to cut here.
Because it's loose at the bottom.
It's loose at the bottom, or it's loosened. There might be something binding it in over here, but alright. I'm at the bath's already over here, so I'm going to go through this side first.
Okay.
And I'll probably go in down there.
Free on that side now, just need to cut the other side.
Yeah, on this one, I've got a 220 volt electrical cable to worry about over here. So we might want to turn the inverter off while I'm doing this. It's 2 hours later, and we decided to move.
Michael's taking up vodka.
Yeah.
Michael, who doesn't drink.
Does now.
So yeah, things have escalated again, and the tongue and roof ceiling is coming down. We've got a little numbering system so that hopefully it can go back.
Yeah. This is me being gentle. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that's the adhesive again.
Oh, it's left the...
Absolute peace. I curse you unto the 5th generation. There's the last one. Now over to you. When did I magnetize this thing? Okay, I probably don't actually need that one. You're free. You're now free. There we go. 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 We're there. We're there. Thank you, wanker about. Cut. I got one one tiny little piece left. That's it. That's that one tiny little piece.
Which bit? That bit.
I got one nail right up there that's causing me my grief, and it's the one that's right over top of these plastic things.
With a whole piece, not lever forwards.
If I can get the right type of leverage behind it, I'm sure it will. It's just... But what I don't want to do... Almost there, almost there. There it is.
Hooray! What's holding this in? Just that walnut? No.
Spite and hate. That's the only thing holding that in.
Friction. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The arch is free!
Can you go up a bit? Because you just, if you go up, you'll get another 2 inches.
Don't be worried.
So the arch came out, and now we can't get the bath out of the bathroom through the door. So the whole wall is coming down.
Behind this, you can see the whole. Because you can, if you put a light behind this, you can see the whole way through it, except for right there. There's nothing obviously holding it in down there, right?
It's just binding, I think.
There.
Okay, so the trim is moving out here. Yeah.
So let's put it on.
Oh, it's pulling the trim off. The trim's attached to the wall because it's pulled the tug and groove right out. Can you pull it from that direction?
I'll be able to in a second. That's probably enough.
Oh, do you see the dirt coming out now?
Yeah, well, this is why I don't like carpet.
I think so many of them.
Is there anything that it's running into on this side?
I think once it pops at the bottom now, you'll be able to move it.
Okay, so give it a kick on the bottom while I push on the top.
It's out.
There's more room to get that
A
out.
little bit further on the, just a tiny bit further on this corner.
Okay.
There we go, hold on. It's like we're almost there. Almost.
Like there's no reason it shouldn't go now.
Oh. There goes a bit of the oak facing. Ah, there's the problem. Hold on. That it was a screw in the batten on that one.
You can do that with a primer. Try twisting.
Yeah, that's freeze now. How is this gonna? Where are we gonna put it?
Lie it down in the bedroom next to the bed.
Put it there.
Oh my god, let's have an open plan walk through bathroom.
Works for me. Okay, the tub can come out now, so let's get that. Where's the multi tool? Oh, I got it. You got it? Yeah, got it. That's the tub free.